go ahead and start back up. And just a reminder, the format is a question will be addressed to each individual candidate. You get a 1-minute response. You'll get a card with a 30-second heads up and then a card to stop when the time expires. Each other candidate will have a chance to rebut that for 30 seconds. There's no requirement to rebut, so we don't want a whole bunch of Me Too answers, so we wanted to get as much information as we can in the next 60 minutes. So we will start with candidate Burns. And the first question is, please provide a little history regarding the joint use agreement between the city and the schools, and if you would continue to support the agreement.
I'm familiar with the joint use agreement as an employee of the city. I know that my fellow council member incumbent over there, a friend, Carl Jacobson, helped broker that deal back when he served the city. I know that it has served the city of El Segundo very well with the joint facilities agreement. Both the city uses the auditorium and the other school facilities on a regular basis. And I think it's a type of win-win partnership that the community embraces. It allows the school district and the El Segundo to share services. And I think that those are the types of partnerships that El Segundo needs to look at for the community that's going to benefit them. And I would support that and continue to support the El Segundo Unified in those types of innovative ideas. They're going to support both our students, faculty, and the employees because of the services and challenges we face with the budget coming up over the next 4 years.
Okay, thank you, candidate Burns. Is there any comment or rebuttal? Okay, the next question is addressed to candidate Bush. It's a multiple-part question, and that is, as an incumbent, what do you believe the top 3 priorities of the police department are today and the next 4 years? Do you believe the police department needs to be increased in size due to development? And how do you think the police department can best recruit and retain quality officers?
Thank you, John. I might ask you to repeat some of that, but
in 1 minute.
Thank you. Our police department, actually, we have expanded our police force over the last 4 years. One of our problems is we have 69 positions for officers. As soon as you fill up to 69, someone goes out on disability, retires, leaves the department, and so now you're less than 69. So we just approved up to 74 officers with the goal that we'll have about 69, and that's what we have now, with some new candidates coming in and some retirees coming up. So that's a good thing for our police department. I think I've brought to the police department some ideas with the help of Captain Mitch Tavera, some new technology, license plate readers, so that our officers, while they're driving, the computer can see license plates and detect if the driver has warrants or it's a stolen car. So these are kind of the innovative things that we need to continue to support our police department with. And thank you very much.
Thank you, candidate Bush. Are there any rebuttals to that? If seeing none, we'll go on to the next question for candidate Dragoni. Do you feel the current advanced governing mansionization, or ordinance, is sufficient, and what, if any, changes would you make?
It's a very good question. It's one most important fact to remember is that home improvement and expansion of modernization of our property, not only does it increase property values, but it also increases the tax base, which the city benefits from. I feel strongly that we must have ordinances to monitor the type of construction, and it's very important that the city makes sure that they follow the rules. I support what the changes that have taken place in the past, and I think that the homeowners are protected with the new ordinances that have been put into place just recently.
Okay, is there any rebuttal to that question? Okay, candidate Burns.
Looking at the ordinance, I believe the only issue I take with it a little bit is that I felt the ordinance was passed a little fast without a lot of community input, based on the fact that a proposition was being faced by the city and there was kind of a race. When I'm elected to the council, I'm going to try and bring that back for discussion with the community. I've heard from walking with the many members of the community that they're not happy with the setbacks and some of the issues that were defined under the speed in which the decision was made. So I would bring that back and ask the community for their input and see if we can do a better job.
Thank you, Candidate Burns. Anybody else? Okay, the next question is for Candidate Georgius. That question is, how can you, no, this isn't an appropriate question.
All right.
The other candidates promised to support world-class schools. Do you believe that is the responsibility of the City Council?
Well, we have to work hand in hand with the, with the schools, because otherwise, if we have failure in our school system, we have failure in our community. I'm not saying that we have to fund everything. We have to look at areas where we can help. Part of the problem has been from Prop 13 years ago that not enough property tax gets collected in order to go into the schools. And so we have to do whatever we can with limited ability to get everything needed for the schools. Thank you.
Thank you. Any follow-up or rebuttals to that? Yes, Candidate Brand.
Well, California, as a state, doesn't support its public school districts adequately. Having great quality public schools is a benefit to this community, of course, and has a lot to do with the market value of our homes. The city's been doing a great job here of assisting the public schools, and I'd like to see that continue and be explored more deeply.
Okay, thank you. Any other rebuttals?